And welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It is a Friday.
Yay.
Oh my goodness. That's such sweet words to my soul.
Does it make you a little giddy?
A little bit.
Makes me a little giddy.
It's like I don't have to get up in the morning.
I know, right?
I can just kind of kick back and relax.
I kind of like it.
And I feel sorry for those people that their week doesn't start until tomorrow.
Some people's Saturdays are on Wednesday or whatever day, you know. But yeah, whatever day they get off. But it's always nice to have that day when you're like,
yeah,
I have no obligation at this moment.
Yeah, and then when you come in Monday, you're kind of slow. You're half speed.
What's a little depression?
I know. It's a little, and then Tuesday it's a little better. Wednesday,
yeah.
And then Wednesday comes and you go, hey, it's just a couple more days.
Yeah, then you're like on hump day and you can see your way out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you on that completely.
And then Friday comes, you go, where's my check? Where's my check?
I think it's going to be a few weeks before we get ours, Dan. Just to say.
You ever have a job where you get paid every week?
I don't know if it was bi-monthly, maybe was my. No, I don't think I've ever had one where I was paid every week.
All right.
No.
Every other week? Every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Or every year.
Yeah.
I had a job where I'd get paid every year.
Well, we would do that to you, didn't we? You would come in and say, pay me for 20 shows.
Whatever, yeah.
Well, whatever.
I think I went to where it was finally 6 months.
Well, I mean,
and not that I just wanted, it's easier to keep track of since I was keeping track of that.
Right. Well, I wanted you to keep track of it.
I know.
Yeah. And it's, it was easier for you to come in and say.
Did you ever go double check what I gave you?
Not really.
No. I was never dishonest about it. But, there's some weeks where I would always had a list and I put, yes, we had a show that week or no or whatever. Because sometimes we had to cancel, we didn't have a show.
Yeah.
So I couldn't figure out weekly.
I'm not going to grovel over $3 a show, so it's not a big deal.
I'm glad you didn't tell this place that. I hope you valued me more than $3.
Well, I value you quite a bit. I
mean, just come on.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Wow.
Okay.
It's Friday, and I'm glad.
Yeah. Have you got any projects going, like reprimer the Jeep?
I don't even have a Jeep.
Well, reprimer.
No, we're not reprimering anything. I hope. I don't plan to. We've got a little day trip tomorrow going.
Okay, where are you going?
Eureka. Or I don't know. It's probably in the afternoon, but I don't know. He didn't want to go shopping, but we might do. I don't know what time we're leaving, but we have dinner plans in Eureka.
Okay.
So I'm kind of excited about that.
I'm doing a wedding rehearsal tonight.
Yeah.
My granddaughter JC's getting married to Saturday.
Will they remain in the area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got a little house.
Well, isn't he
already
in the military?
No,
why did I think
he's
that?
He is a Crooked Creek volunteer fire department.
Oh, okay.
He's got his own business. He's got his own business. He does different things. He and his dad build homes and they do landscaping and different things. So
he's not a lazy boy.
No, he's not.
That's wonderful.
No. Nope. There's something to say about the Mennonite work ethic.
Is he a Mennonite then?
His family is, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Not sure how.
Obviously, he's probably not because you have to marry within that group or something.
Yeah, there's some. I don't understand all that.
I would be asking the boy. Just because I'm curious. You know what? I'm curious.
He's so busy that when he gets a moment, I'll grab him, sit him down, and say, "There's one or two
questions." Excuse me, could you do that right before the wedding when you go to check on him? Pardon me.
He's a good
I have a couple
guy.
Questions.
He's a good guy.
Good. I'm glad. That's something to be thankful for.
She scored big. It's her that he has to worry about.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought she could go rogue real quick. I don't know why, because she's just feisty like her mother, maybe.
Well, she's got red hair to begin with.
Well, and that's kind of a...
Mm-hmm. I don't know where she got that from.
One of those things. Yeah, from your white hair. Maybe.
Maybe from that side of...
Yeah, Ian has that in his genes, obviously, and Carrie must as well.
I think Carrie's side of the family has some red hair, too.
There you go. So she's...
Got to worry about those gingers.
Gingers are
out there.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
they'll test you.
Will they?
Yes, they will. I
You have 2 of them, huh?
Birthed 2.
Yep.
Yep. Anyway.
So we're doing that. Oh, you're going to Eureka Springs. That might be a good thing to do. I might. That sounds like something.
Don't text me.
Nice.
I'm not going to tell you where I am.
No, I don't want to see you, but
I don't want to see you either.
I don't want to see you. But we're wanting to do something with Sydney before she goes back. I think that would be fun.
Oh, yeah,
she could get out and do some shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun time. Have you ever eaten at the Grotto?
I don't think so.
That's where we're going to go eat there. Anyway.
Where is the Grotto?
We actually had the guy that owns it on our show 726 years ago.
Oh, okay.
His last name was Slane.
Yeah,
he was getting ready to get married to the chick that was with him, and they're married now and have a kid.
Okay.
Rodney Slane is who owns it.
And he just started, is that right? Yeah, I remember that interview.
Yeah. And they've grown and they have just done phenomenal.
Yeah. And he was a connoisseur of food.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't just your burgers and stuff.
Like French. I can't remember if he was. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But he also has a barbecue place on top of it.
Where's it located? Do you know?
I don't know. I have to Google it.
You'll Google me and you'll Google it and tell me.
Okay, I can do that.
All right. We want to let people know that today's show has been brought to you by the Ghost Coaster up in Branson. It's the Branson Coaster, but they're calling it the Ghost Coaster for the month of August, the month of October. Lord have mercy. Where the Ozarks comes alive after 7 p.m. The Ghost Coaster is available Friday and Saturday, and it's Branson's newest tradition of fear. Go to bransoncoaster.com for more information. Your family's new Halloween tradition, kid-friendly from the time periods from 4 to 7, and then the bone-chilling experience starts at 7.
The fright.
And they've got actors. I say they're actors. They may be the real thing. They may have dug these people up from a grave somewhere.
So you believe in zombies now?
Well, they had zombies. They've got zombies and different creatures that will scare you. There's another wasp in here.
What is up with the...
I don't know.
It's fixing to be...
Anyway,
freaking gone.
Let's while you're killing that wasp, I'm going to talk about the weather. Sunny today with a high near 72 degrees. She's beating it to death. Clear with a low of 39 for the overnight low, and then Saturday sunny with a high near 74 degrees. Calm winds. Saturday night clear, low around 42. Basically 70s for the high and 40s for the low. And what do we got on Sunday?
I don't know, but they give me an adrenaline rush. Always. And Sunday is a high of 77 and Sunday night low of 42. There's no chance of sometime we had a chance of rain. It seems to be gone now.
Yeah, it looks
Monday is in the 70s. And then Monday night, there's our 20% chance of showers and a low of 51. And then 80s for the next couple of days after that. And
they need to seed some clouds.
Oh, yeah, let's do some seed cloud seeding.
Okay, if you're just joining us, later on in the show, we'll have Josh Earl. He's running for Harrison City Council. And then after him, we'll do some things, take a break, and
we'll kill something.
I'm going to take a 5-minute nap.
I'm going to kill something now.
We might kill some more wasps in here. And then we'll have Todd Scarborough to give us an update on Goblin football.
Yeah.
But right now, we're going to do a topic to ponder.
The TTP.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
Hey, Dan.
Yes.
Do you like to learn about history?
I love history.
I know your answer.
I love history.
But some people just don't.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And when I was younger, I couldn't care less.
I could care less.
Now I but I like to watch it. I'm better at watching. You know, I'm a visual.
You like watching
visual
history?
Person. Well, I mean, like
Yeah.
documentaries and that type of thing that has some substance to us besides words on a page.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, if you, and locally you can go to the what's the matter?
Well, I should ask people more than that. Wait a minute, this is like the wrong one. Would you change lives with someone for a day?
That's old.
That's yesterday's.
You don't have today's?
No, and I didn't have yesterday's.
Well, today's question, topic to ponder is: do you like to learn about history?
Maybe I
do you
sent
like
the
to
wrong
learn
thing.
about history?
Okay. Yeah, that's what we're asking.
Yeah.
Or you can answer both of them, whatever. I don't really know what to do with that. So, whatever you want to tell us about yourself, please feel free to do so.
Tell us what you're wearing today. I don't care.
Please. It would give me great joy.
Just love the interaction. I don't know what I was talking about. Go ahead.
I don't know where that one came from. But anyway, that is all. I just wanted to see if I sent the wrong thing, but I did not.
You did
so
not.
I will post this one as well.
Okay.
Since that's the one that was supposed to be up.
Anne is distracted, and if you can tell in her dialogue here, she's talking to herself, by herself, about herself.
It makes it so much easier.
Our topic to ponder for today is: do you like to learn about history? Just go to our Facebook page and.
What part of history, maybe?
What do you like about history?
No.
I just like to
In general, or is there a specific, should I put a specific?
Like American history or world history or that kind of thing.
I'm just going to put history. And why?
Yeah.
Explain.
There's Hollywood history.
I just put explain.
Yeah.
So I don't get a yes. Leslie King put yes. That was my kind of answer, Leslie King. Yep.
There's music history, rock and roll history. There's caveman history.
I think a Trivial Pursuit, maybe. Caveman history.
Well, I'd like to know how the fires, how they figured how to get fire.
Oh, now I'm on this Bible history kick.
Yeah.
I mean, researching that, but yeah, I enjoy history now. I just, it was a chore back when. It was a lot of memorization, is what it was.
Well, I think when you're a kid, you're just starting off in life, and you could care less about history. But when you get older, it's like I really wished I would have taken some time with my grandfather.
Yes,
yeah.
Very much so.
There's a company that's putting out a book that it's formatted to where you give it to your father and he fills it out, and it's like, what do you remember as a child? How did the school that you went to, your friend, all that stuff. It's all laid out. All he does is answer questions, and at the end of it, it's a total history of his life.
That's cool.
That's a cool idea.
What a neat thing to pass on.
A good Christmas present to give to your dad.
It very well, yeah, it sure would. Yeah.
Of course.
So Ian and Gail, there you go.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I wished I had it for my dad and my grandfather.
Well, yeah, I don't have that option, but yeah.
So just a word of wisdom for the young people. You will at one point in time miss your lineage. Your grandparents. You'll care more. So, take every step to take some more pictures and maybe ask them. You may think, they don't want to listen to me. Yeah, they do. They want to tell you their story.
Well, I know now. I mean, neither one of my parents are alive, and the people that knew things about our family or whatever are no longer living. So there's no one to ask.
No one to ask.
That's my point. My brother knows. He remembers some things that we've heard, but...
Well, what's the number one thing people are upset when their house burns down? What's the
pictures?
One thing? Yes. Yeah, it's memories.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they're visible.
Yeah. Now they're on the cloud, so you don't have to worry. But that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do some history. How about that? Talking about
history. Sure,
Dan.
Let's do some history.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
We worked on something before its time had come. Francis and I were the only people trying to do the three-dimensional structure of DNA.
62 years ago today, Dr. James Watson of the U.S. and Drs. Francis Crick and Maurice Wilkins of Britain won the Nobel Prize for Medicine and Physiology for their work in determining the double helix molecular structure of DNA. Years later, Watson explained why they were able to make that breakthrough. So
That's just so amazing.
In 1962. Wow.
And then they used blood DNA evidence. That started in the 90s.
Right.
So
but they solved crimes.
Yeah, a lot of those crimes back then they saved, exhibits like the shirt that had blood on or whatever.
Right.
And they can go in there and scrape that off.
It's crazy.
Gosh. And they can track a killer down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like watching those kind of shows.
Of course, I'm the guy who's been eating it for 22 years? No, 32 years. I mean, after all, I'm alive 32 years later. As far as I know, I don't have any cancer.
55 years ago today, back in 1969, the federal government banned the use of artificial sweeteners known as cyclamates because of evidence that they caused cancer in lab rats. Those findings got an argument from Dr. Michael Sveda, the man who had developed cyclamates. I guess they're not used anymore.
I'd say they can't.
Oh,
but
well.
you bet they still use the ones they claim cause.
And what are they?
And God knows what else they cause.
A saccharin, I think, is one of them.
Sucralose
and
aspartame.
Aspartame.
Those are
And they say those aren't good for you.
They say none of them are, and it messes, I think, with the structure in your body. I think it messes with you, just like we talk about. The food can.
Well, my doctor,
poison you,
because I'm a diabetic, I said I like to find stuff with Splenda, and she goes, not a good idea.
You're supposed to use plain sugar.
Stevia.
Or stevia.
Mm-hmm.
Stevia is what I use.
That's what she recommended.
Wow.
There's a bear and a lion out.
There's a bear and a lion out?
Yeah, right up behind us. They're chasing their Terry's horses.
Where is that?
That's number 3.
Oh, excuse me. 13 years ago today, 50 wild animals were released by the owner of an eastern Ohio farm who then committed suicide.
What?
Residents called 911 to report lions, tigers, and bears roaming free in the streets. Authorities killed 48 animals.
So she let them go.
Why? What? Man, there's more to it. Okay, there's more to that story, but I don't guess we get to find it out.
I'll have to dig into that. Was intriguing.
Because of my big legs and karate, I can do the splits no problem.
I'd like to see that, Jean-Claude.
It's a birthday cut. 64 years ago today, actor Jean-Claude Van Damme was born. His movies include Double Impact.
Okay.
Okay.
63 years ago today, jazz trumpeter Wynton Marsalis was born. This is from one of his versions of My Funny Valentine.
Okay. Oh, more music that we have to worry about.
Yep.
This is a birthday cut. 45 years ago today, Grammy Award-winning recording artist Neo was born. Here's one of his many hits, Let Me Love You.
All right, it's another birthday cut. 37 years ago today, actor Zac Efron was born. His roles include Troy Bolton from the High School Musical movies. And again, we're having to ditch the music so that we don't get pulled.
Yep.
There you go.
All right. Early voting starts Monday, I think.
21st.
The 21st.
Uh-huh.
And we have our last candidate for a position, a seat on the Harrison City Council, Josh Earl, and he's waiting. And we will usher him into the studio in just a few minutes, and then we'll find out all about his candidacy and what he's wanting to help with the City Council and his motivation and other questions. We'll do that in just a few minutes. Stick around and stay with us. You're listening and watching Around the Table with Dan and Ann. welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. We have in the studio with us Josh Earl. You're our last one, Josh. And
he doesn't have any. He doesn't know what to do with that, Dan.
Well,
you're the last candidate that we're featuring.
Well, usually the last candidate's who they remember. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
So when you go in to vote, just vote for Josh, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So what made you decide to run for city council, Josh? I don't know who you are or what you do or anything, but evidently you wanted some involvement within the city.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I am a native from Harrison. I'm born and raised here.
Okay.
I work at FedEx currently, and been there for about 15 years. And I'm married. I have 2 kids. I'm raising them here, and so, that's kind of my motivation, my drive. I want the best for them.
Sure.
I feel like Harrison's growing. I love the momentum that we have, and I want to see it through.
Right.
One of the best is probably that we've seen is not running anymore, or she's kind of
Mary Jane.
Stepping down.
Yeah.
And after I heard that, I thought it was time to step up. I admire her a lot. She's a great friend, and in talking to her and then Jeremy, and I've got to talk to some of the other department heads. Common theme that I've found is that they do love the people, of the city, and they love to serve. They're about serving, and I love to serve too. I serve at my church. It gives me great joy, and
go ahead.
It's a fulfillment that if you don't do it, you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah. Did you get the spark to want to serve just by talking with Mary Jane?
Yeah.
Yes, she kind of has she's real.
She's
very real.
She's spunky.
I love talking to her. You always know where you stand, and I think it's a great characteristic to have, and she does it well.
But she's not. Yeah, she's stepped down from the city council now, and they have had these vacant seats, and here you're vying for one.
Yes.
Okay, so what would be your main thing to tell people? Here's why you should vote for me over. Are you I mean, who's your opposition? Do you know? I mean, of course you know.
Running against me?
Duh. Yeah.
Tim Franco.
Okay.
Or Stephen Franco. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
At the time in which I decided to run, I didn't know anyone was running. So wanted to at least give the city a vote. But I think Stephen decided to go ahead and run.
So now you're in a competition as well as
yes.
the whole bit, right?
I have zero. I don't like competitions, but I always like to have fun, and that kind of doesn't really give you the winning spirit if you just like to have fun. I mean, I like to win too, but.
Well, when you're in a competition, if you say you don't like to be in a competition, you just run your own race and just put your blinders on.
Yeah. Have fun with it.
That's
have fun
what
with
you're
it,
doing then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is there anything in the city that concerns you that needs to be changed, or do you feel like you just want to be a part of a team and
do you have
take the problems as they come?
And a vision,
Yeah, or maybe a vision.
Yeah. So I like to just take the problems as they come. I feel like you can nitpick a lot. There's a lot of things that go into a lot of stuff that people don't know about. And so it's hard to really say that I want to focus on this or that without really knowing what's already going.
Yeah.
What's already being worked on.
Yeah, I've noticed that people complain, but they don't know the nuts and bolts of why it's running a certain way. And if they would know that, they probably would have a different perspective or a different answer or a different direction on what they think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where do you want to see Harrison head?
Where do I want to see?
Yeah, I mean,
growth. I love that we're growing. We're getting a few new restaurants. Seven Brew. I love Seven Brew.
Me too. What's your favorite?
Seven Brew?
Yeah, what's your
the cinnamon roll?
Iced coffee?
Yes, the frozen blended.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any time of the year, I'll drink that.
Macchiato salted caramel was mine.
Oh yeah,
oh
that
my
one's
gosh.
good
too. Good. So
glad to see y'all support.
Well, yeah. Well, Harrison. When I moved here to Harrison, there were 6,000 people. I think that's right. 6,000. Maybe it's 4,000. Whatever. But it's grown quite big. I mean, it's tripled in size.
Yeah.
And you like to see growth in a city, but you still, I mean, you can go 5 miles out of town and still see the same thing you did 50 years ago. So it's not that big, and it's not a metropolis. So you get the best of both worlds. We've got the Buffalo River, we've got the mountains, hiking, we've got everything.
Yes.
So, how important is that for raising your kids here?
I think it's real important that they get to, experience that. Not a lot of people do. Not a lot of people know what the Ozarks has to offer, and the colors that we get to see during the fall is just priceless. I got to take a trip to Colorado recently and experience some real mountains. Not that ours aren't,
but they're different.
Real. And so just to experience the life, the rivers, the just the sceneries that we get to experience in the spring and the fall and the summer even. It's just, I don't know that other kids may get to experience that much.
They don't get all 4 seasons necessarily everywhere like we do.
Yeah. Now, where'd you go to school?
Harrison.
High School? Okay.
Graduate? Yes, sir.
When did you graduate?
05.
Oh, okay.
2005.
Okay.
Just a year or two ago.
Yeah.
You're not. Yeah.
Funny. Well, is there anything else you'd like the people of Harrison to know about your candidacy, or
about you?
Maybe one of your strengths or traits, or I know you talked about wanting to serve. You serve in your church.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm a good listener. I'm not gonna steer you in the wrong direction without some research.
You seem like a calm, balanced individual.
Yeah, my wife might disagree with you. But yeah, no, I try to stay calm. I like to hear everyone's side of the story. I don't. But like I said, I might not have the answer for you, but I do my best to do some research and get you the right answer, or get you a answer based on some research. So I love to serve. I love being in the community. I love being a part of what's going on and the momentum that we have. And so I just want to see it through and see us continue to progress and move forward.
Now, be a great place to continue to be a great place to raise.
Now, when you how do you campaign? Do you go door to door, or do you go to events?
Done some door to door. I've met with some of the department heads at their office. I've talked to just some different people in the community and stuff. So just trying to get out and about, and we have football practice every Tuesday and Thursday night, and one of the moms there, she goes, "You're going to go campaign."
Yeah.
And so.
Well, you kind of are, whether you mean to be or not.
Yeah,
I mean, I
guess
since now you're thrown into this race.
Everything is campaigning everywhere you go.
Sure, yeah.
No matter what.
Just sell yourself, Josh.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and if you're elected, expect people to call you at all hours of the night.
Oh.
Right.
About their problems.
Yeah.
Are you willing to do that?
Yeah.
But do you put it on Do Not Disturb? They can't reach you.
Right. Just gotta remember to take it off.
Exactly.
Well, we want to remind people that early voting starts. Is it the 21st?
Yes.
Monday.
Wow.
And there's
it's coming up.
Different places you can. Well, there's only how many places do you know of? I know of the voting center that you can vote.
Well, you can go there anytime. That's where you need to early vote. That's the only place you can early vote.
That's the only place.
And there are hours listed somewhere. I think I put them on our Facebook page, but I will do that if I haven't.
All right. Check it out.
So that you know the hours there.
But the main important thing to do is vote.
And you have till November 5th to do so.
And this is you can vote nationally too, if you're wanting to vote early. You can do that also.
Right. Get it done.
If
you have your mind made up. And also, I did go look at our U of A Extension office where it explains all the amendment stuff for Arkansas. So that is a good resource to. Anyway, sorry, I digress.
That's
the whole voting thing, not just Josh. Sorry,
Josh. Good luck to you.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, and thanks for reminding me that we needed to get him in before Monday.
Yes, Josh.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
we
Thanks
did
for
it.
having me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good luck to you out there campaigning.
Yes,
Kiss a lot of babies.
Yes.
All right. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have Todd Scarborough, and we'll do some updates on Goblin football. Stay with us.
KHOZ.
And welcome back to Around the Table. We have they're telling jokes across the table here.
Hey,
It's Goblin Sports Night,
Yes.
And we have with us in the studio Todd Scarborough. He's the voice of Goblin football.
That's right. Yeah,
Hey.
if you recognize the voice. I've been Goblin voice for a while.
Yeah, you have.
With your television, it started.
Yeah.
When did we start with Crew 6? Good
It
Lord.
was 80.
Yeah, it's in the late 80s.
It was late 80s,
late
89,
80s.
90,
Wow, that's been a ways
Wow.
back, hadn't it?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's been fun. And the Goblins last week, a big win against Clarksville. First win of the season.
Yay.
And the good news is, I mean, we're tied for fourth, which is...
That's not
there's
terrible.
No, it's not. But the top three teams in the conference, Farmington, where Coach Tice is, Morrilton, who we play tonight on the road, and then Valonia, all three undefeated in the conference.
So it'll be tough.
Farmington is playing Valonia tonight, so one of those will go down.
Okay.
So it's really tight. In fact, there was a guy that told me, he said he thought that there was probably 5 teams in this conference that could legitimately win the 5A West. We were one of them at first until we started having injuries and losing games.
Right.
But yeah, there's and then it just shows Goblins can win. I mean, if we can score points, we can. I mean, we scored 40 plus last week, so if we can score 30 points, we're with anybody. And
So do you think the Goblins are in their stride now?
I think so. I mean, again, when you have parts that you're bringing in, you got injuries, and you're trying to bring everybody in. It's hard. I mean, those kids are just now getting a taste of the game 5 weeks into it, for that matter. So everybody's starting to gel. Jackson Kreiner, who's now the quarterback. Ramsey, they moved to defense, and he's done a really good job. He's got a real natural feel there. You got Lucas Brumley, lightning Lucas Brumley, who's just so much fun to watch. He's like 150 pounds soaking wet, and the kid is amazing. And Sky Lee, a sophomore. Sky Lee is a big kid, and he's hard to bring down. T. Deacons, the tight end, was our player of the game last week, and Teed is like 6'10", and he's a beast.
My gosh.
No, this kid is tall. He's big. He's hard to bring down. He's a load. So he loves the game. And
And what position does he
He's
play?
tight end, and then he plays some defensive end as well. And he's just a great athlete.
Does he do short routes?
Yeah, and they haven't really used him much this year. But last week they used him a couple of times, and he shined. So you'll see more of that, I'm sure. And then Morrilton tonight, the Devil Dogs.
Yeah,
it's the Goblins. And oh man, are they ever? Well, they're right outside Conway, and they're in between Conway and Russellville, so they're pulling talent there.
Yeah.
The fact they're undefeated and they're playing great football, they're going to be tough to beat. But Coach, when I talk to Coach Keelan, bench talk, he's like, nah, we can win the game. You know, you got to feel that way. And I think again, football there's 11 men out there, and they're wanting to win. And Harrison again has found their stride, like you said. And I think we'll give them. Harrison always plays hard. I just love the way these kids play.
Yeah. Anytime you come off of a win.
Yes.
Your adrenaline's up. You're in a good place.
Absolutely. And then you finally got the first one after a long time. So these guys have been battling for a while. Some close games. They really should be like 4-2, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they should be better. But all in all, it's just putting your head down and playing hard. And they got some beat up players. Everybody's beat up this kind of year.
Yeah.
Football's a physical sport. You got to get beat up. That's exactly right.
I'm thinking about the way the football changes over the season, where you have your main picks, and then somebody gets injured, and then you have to replace them, and then all of a sudden somebody shines, and you go, "Wow, where did he come from?"
Where did he come from? Exactly, and it's because of the environment and the situation has to step up. But we've seen this in Super Bowls before, where a quarterback gets hurt, a guy comes in, wins the game, their backup comes in. So there's a lot of motivation. These kids are playing hard. Coach Keelan's a great guy. He really is a good man. He loves the boys. He really has faith in them and believes in them and puts their heart into this. You can tell those losses sat hard with him. He was really taking that personal.
Well, that's 4 in a row.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really difficult. And then to lose the games like we did in Searcy and then Branson, it was the tough losses there. So all in all, though, I think they're going to shine. And they got nothing else to lose. I mean, come on, bring it on. We got to win. And like Ann said, when you get a victory like that, it does tend to help you. You get a little confidence rolling. I know with me, that's with me when I play pool, because I play pool tournaments. And when I start on a roll, I just go, "You guys just sit down. I'm going to be here a while."
confidence.
Well, a little cockiness too.
Well, it makes the.
I'll admit that. Well, you have to be. It's a fine line, is it not? I mean,
it is. You got to have that. You got to have confidence.
You got to have a swagger, and and that was the thing with Coach Hyde. He's got so much confidence. People would interpret that as egotism, and I guess you could if you looked at it long enough.
But maybe,
but he's confident. He knows what he can do. I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with that.
I think you see that in the presidential race right now.
Absolutely,
you see that.
Yes,
and people say if you don't like the guy, you say, well, he's arrogant.
Yes, exactly.
He's a misogynist.
That's very true. And if you do, they're confident, or they have a swagger. So there is that fine line, and I think it goes sometimes too far with people, obviously. Yeah. And I love that.
For the other side, it makes that other team feel the negative aspects of how confident they are. Yes. So they could lose the game.
One of two things: either that, or they can rise to the occasion. Yeah. Say, we're going to knock you out. So there is always that factor. And I noticed any time in any kind of sporting event, it's the ones that want it, one's got the heart, one that has the desire. I mean, they're talent-wise. Harrison can hang with about anybody in this conference. It's is the other team down? Are we up? Yeah. Are they taking us lightly? We hope Morrilton just comes in and just says, they're. They're
how many?
We're just going to deflate.
We're going to go. If we're at home, we're riding high. Yeah. That's when you want to catch a team, right there, when they're undefeated, overly confident. Exactly right. And I think Harrison comes and punches them in the mouth. You see teams do this where they just fold. They can't.
Yeah. How many times have you watched a game where they are doing so well, and then like the Goblins make a 2 or 3 plays and it's almost unbelievable what they're doing. And it turns the whole game.
Radically. You see this in fighting, and I love these cocky fighters that come in, all cocky, and then I just can't wait till they get hammered, Like, you deserve to get beat up, dude. Yeah. And so I think I do believe Morrilton's going to be a little cocky and full of themselves, thinking they're going to run through us. That's perfect. It's where we want them. Mm-hmm. And we've got, again, the talent to deal with it, and it's always fun. I mean, I love being in the booth and just that environment. Friday Night Lights, I don't think there's any environment like it. College, pro, all of that, larger stadiums. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you don't have big as hearts as you do.
It's not high school.
No, it's not. Well, it's community, and it's families, and it's just totally different. And that's what I love about high school football is all of that, that one time a week, the sporting event that every town supports. And Harrison, you look at the stands. We're always full. Every home game, we're always full.
Yeah, even to Morrilton.
Well, and let's take some to Morrilton. I'm sure there'll be a lot of, because it's not far. It's not a big trip. Yeah. And we just have 2 more road games, Morrilton, Greenbrier, and then we have Bologna and Pea Ridge here at home to finish up the season. So,
that's good.
So we're excited. I know with me again.
Who's your color guy
now? Dan Henderson, who's head coach in Missouri for about 26 years, and he was on staff here in Harrison, a defensive coordinator for about 5 years, I think. So a lot of experience, a lot of ways. I love having those guys in the booth where they know the game so well. Yeah, I can call the plays. I mean, I know the game, but I can't get in depth in it like they can.
Well, they see what you don't see. They see the strategy before it happens.
Yes. Well, they're watching other things. I got to watch the ball. I got to call the action. I can't.
And they're able to watch all the other people.
Exactly right. And they're watching line of scrimmage and see who's winning there and the linebackers. So they're coming in commenting on that. I'm just trying to call the play. Wherever the ball is, that's what I'm saying.
It's amazing to me that they can know what the play is before they even snap the ball.
Coach Tyson would point. I go, the Goblins, they come out on defense, and he'd go, and he'd point. He'd instantly know where that team was headed, where they were going to come just by that. And that doesn't come with anything other than time and
experience,
decades of experience. And it's just like with me with play-by-play. I mean, I've done it so long. It's fun. It comes natural, and naturally I can get better. I know, and then there's times that I pre-apologize. I'm probably offend somebody here. So.
So if people can't come to the game, how can they watch? Listen
to Ed 102.9. We come on the air at 6:30 and kickoff at 7. We do bench talk. I interview Coach every week. So he talks about last week, this week, injuries, those type of things. But kickoff at 7, and Dan and I'll be on the air, and the Devil Dogs and the Goblins in October, close to Halloween.
Devil Dogs.
The Devil Dogs. That's the Goblins and the Devil. That's the 2 coolest mascots in the conference by far. I mean, everybody's kind of boring. We're goblins and devil dogs.
What tigers?
The tigers or the bears.
Now, can you listen to the game if you're in Morrilton?
Yes, you can online.
How do you do that?
Do that online on our website. And
I think there's an app you can download.
There's an app as well on the phone. So either way, you can go online. It is broadcasted. A lot of my friends listen online. And my brother's down in Little Rock. My twin brother never gives me a compliment. And first time he heard me
why
do a
should
ball
he,
game,
right?
Because he's my twin brother. But when he heard me the first time, he called me. He goes, man, I just listened to the ball game. He goes, you were really good at that, dude. And I said, I'm sorry, who is this again? This is my twin brother telling me that. I thought, boy, that's a fine compliment there, because he's gonna rip me every chance he gets for that.
Well, the game starts tonight.
Yes, 6:30. We're on air 7:00 game time. Morrilton's got a great stadium, got a great football team, and wonderful atmosphere. And Harrison's gonna. They want another win.
Yeah,
they need one.
Hey, when you're hungry,
cheer on the Goblins.
What's Morrilton's stance right now?
They're undefeated.
Oh,
and they're tied for the conference lead, so they're undefeated on the season, not only in the conference.
Well, they need a loss.
Yeah, they need some humility.
They need a loss.
I just love those people that get knocked. I'm always for the underdog. Let's go underdogs.
Well, we'll see how it goes tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, Todd, thank you so much,
bet.
buddy.
I always enjoy it, Dan.
Watch it, listen to it, 102.9, or download the app. Even better.
Yeah, even better.
We're going to be right back. Stay with us. Around the table, having a good Friday show, don't you think?
It's grand. Absolutely
It's
grand.
Yeah, oversell it, would you?
It's very musical today, too. we can play that music right there.
Yes.
So we wanted you to get a taste of some
yeah.
music today.
Well, if the cameras were on, you would have seen Ann and I jiving to it. Yeah, we were jamming. Oh, yeah.
I like to jam a little bit.
Okay, let's see. Do you know that science says that colds and booze hit harder when you're 40?
I don't know about science, but I can sure as heck tell you my body does.
There's now scientific proof that colds really do turns us into giant babies, especially when we're over 40. Researchers at Duke University, you gotta respect it when it's from Duke.
Oh, of course.
They say that they have found that the case with everything from colds to bumps and bruises, even a bad night of sleep or too much booze the night before would do it. They call it biological resilience. And a new study has found that happens because it gets harder to recover from that stuff due to a decline in muscle mass around the time we reach the big 40.
Okay.
Now, once you reach 40, your muscle mass degrades.
I remember not significant, but I noticed changes when I entered my 40s. And now that I'm in my 60s, I'm noticing even more changes.
A little more.
A little more, and it's just going to keep.
I think everything's just going to start falling apart.
That's how we were designed. We weren't designed to be here all the time. But my only hope and prayer was that I'm functional till I'm not. You know what? Till I'm done.
Well, the mind doesn't seem like it changes.
Not for everyone, but some people develop, dementia and all that kind of thing. So, yeah. So there you are.
There you go.
So if you want a jazzy NASA spacesuit or moon mission suit,
yeah. I'd like to have one.
This is quite weird. Now that Prada, Prada's a high-end designer, expensive, whatever. They've teamed up with scientists to design a spacesuit for the moon.
Ooh.
How long before Shein and Temu start selling cheap knockoff versions? Who knows? Don't expect anything sleeveless or with fur.
Sleeveless.
The Prada spacesuits are mostly white and gray and a few trademark Prada red stripes, but they're fully functional and improve an astronaut's movement. It also means that when NASA launches the Artemis 3 mission in 2026, the first woman to walk on the moon will be wearing Prada.
Oh, my gosh.
I would have never thought, why? I mean, are they trying to make them?
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see the suit.
I hope they're not mass producing these things. Yeah, because there's going to be a stitch wrong somewhere.
Right.
And especially if they have sweatshops over in Bangladesh putting these things together.
Where is this coming from? Oh, you know what? Something like this, Prada's probably going to have their designers right on hand. I wouldn't think they would do anything stupid about that, but you never know.
What? You said what?
I didn't
Someone
say it.
would do something. I see stupid all day long.
Well, true.
You've heard of it. You know what a standing desk is, don't you?
Ah, yeah.
You've ever heard those? And I thought this was a cool idea where you work standing up all day. Mm-hmm. But there's a new study that says that standing desks aren't any better than sitting all day. And I hope you're sitting down for this, because now they say standing desks are not good for you. A huge 8-year-long British study found that standing all day compared to sitting doesn't really improve your circulation and could even increase your risk for blood clots and varicose veins.
You're dependent. I mean, your extremities are dependent. Your legs and your feet. So,
right. It takes more
to circulate it back up. Yeah.
The good news is the team can wipe all the data remotely. That's the only thing. That's the only good thing about it. So there you go with that.
What are you talking about remote? Huh?
I have no idea what I just said.
You went to another
one.
Oh,
the good news is the team. It's. Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
from the Rams playbook being stolen.
I'm sorry.
So a third of grocery stores don't list nutritional info online. Do you check your nutritional info?
I try to. I try to.
They make it difficult.
It's frustrating. Yes.
I mean, they make it difficult. You can maybe get some of it, and
not all of it.
Anyway, heads up if you've got food allergies and buy groceries online. A new study shows that a third of grocery stores don't show nutritional information, allergens, or ingredients when they're for sale online. The New York University School of Health looked at 10 chains: Amazon, Kroger, Fresh Direct, Hy-Vee, Safeway, Publix, ShopRite, Stop and Shop. I don't know how you say this one. Meijer, and Walmart. Researchers say they hope the study will prompt the FDA to create new online requirements. Wow, we've certainly talked up to National Chocolate Cupcake Day, National No Beard Day, National Legging Day, World Menopause Day, National Mammography Day, because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month this whole month, and go get them out, go get them done. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame pre-induction, and Taylor Swift's Eras tour begins a second U.S. leg. And then a bunch of other stuff. On
Saturday, you can dress like a dork day.
Yay!
And you can have a new Friends Day. National Fetch Day, International Gin and Tonic Day. Sweetest Day is the third Saturday of October.
Exhibit.
Hey, have a great weekend.
Jolly old time.
We're going to have a great weekend, too. We're going to have a good time. And we'll see you back here on Monday. Have a great one.